Happy Friday, folks. Another week. This video I'm actually going to talk about probably two known about but underrated mods for longevity for these second gen Tundras. I'm going to actually show you one of them. Well, I'll show you both of them, but I'll show you the part I swapped out on the one. But mine has 104,000 miles on it now, and this is something I actually did last year, but I never really made a video on it. And the two things I'm really going to talk about, the first one's going to be, it's a pretty common issue on these Tundras, which isn't not really an issue, but it becomes an issue if you don't take care of it. You'll get like a humming noise when it's in two-wheel drive, just driving. It'll be coming from the driver's side. And what it is it's your driver's side needle bearing. And if you put it in four-wheel drive, the noise goes away. I didn't really notice this when I was in stock. Hey, I think this is a good spot to pull up. I didn't really notice the any sounds when I was just like factory height, but I guarantee you almost like 90% of the Tundras, probably all 99.9% of them on the road, have play in the driver's side CV axle just due to the bearing design. But yeah, I didn't really notice any sounds like I said when I was not lifted. And then the moment I lifted originally to the 5100s, I started hearing a sound, and I'm like, what's that? I'm like, oh, maybe it's like my wheel bearings. Is it an axle? Nope. I went underneath, and a quick way to check, well, you could do a test. You could literally just be driving, 20, 30 miles an hour. You'll hear the humming noise. And you can throw in 4 high. And once it engages, if that noise goes away, 99.9% chance, that's what I'm about to show you. You can also get underneath the truck and check physically yourself for play. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys. I mean, if you don't know, I mean, you would go underneath your truck here, and you would check your driver's side CV right here. And if that has play up and down, there's your issue. Now this is the OEM driver's side needle bearing. Like I said, I swapped out this guy right here. And I saved it because I don't know, kind of like to keep, save all the parts I kept off my Tundra. But what happens is these eventually, if they do break loose, can get into your differential, cause a lot more problems. But it has slop. The way the CV axle sits in here, I can't really show because I'm recording with the one hand, is you got a decent amount of play, and there's just a lot of loose tolerance in this. And then when you lift it, obviously your CV is going to be your axle is going to be at a different angle, and that once again, you're just rotating, and you get a humming noise. So what I did was, the solution is that East Coast Gear Supply sells a clam bushing. It's a solid, I think it's for the 9-inch differential, but if you search Tundra, they will have it. At the time I got it, which was last year, I think it was around $135. I did not replace the axle seal. I kept the original axle seal. I just got the tool. I think it was $135 for the clamshell bushing and like $15, $20 for the tool. And I sold the tool to someone on a Facebook group, on a Tundra Facebook group, because they needed it. But definitely a worthwhile mod, even if you're not lifted, in my opinion. If you're planning to keep your truck long term, definitely a worthwhile mod. So I've had this done now for 20,000, also 20,000+ miles, and it's been absolutely flawless. No noises, literally no play in my driver's side axle. The passenger side is not plagued with this issue. It's only the driver's side. So just showing you guys that just this thing can kind of be an issue. And then the next thing I see, it's pretty underrated, and I've talked about it in a previous video, is the differential in these trucks just has a little breather cap, and a lot of people don't really check it. And if that breather cap can't like lift and expand, or is clogged up with some grime and grease, it can't ventilate the differential pressure. And the reason why I say this is a good mod to do is because I'm going to break down. You live in a hot climate, cold climate, whatever, that differential is going to build up pressure, and it needs to vent out. If it doesn't vent out, eventually you see people that blow out their rear axle seals, and that's a big job on these. So by I'm going to show you guys for the ones that don't know. If you look there, maybe I should kind of zoom in more. So mine obviously has a fuel line running off of it. There's your nipple. I put a nipple on it, but if you don't have this done, you'll just have a little cap. You want to check that cap to make sure it has free play and it's not covered up with grease, grime, or anything. You can remove it, clean it, blow on it, make sure it's able to vent out pressure. Now, the reason why a lot of people do the relocation of this breather is because if you have a boat, or just in general, like I said, to avoid contamination or clogging of that breather vent because of the location, you run it all the way to the top. I have it ran up here behind my driver's side tail light. And from there, if you do this, you never have to worry about it. If you have a boat, you know, and you're backing it up and that breather gets clogged up with water, you get water contaminated into your differential. Hopefully I haven't been saying transfer case. Differential, you're going to once again have issues, contamination, possibly blow out your axle seals, whatever. So by doing this, you know, you avoid all that. Also with off-roading, if you're fording through water or whatever, it's a really good mod, because if you're up here with water, you probably have more problems. But these two things, in my opinion, well worth it. That I have another video on, have all the parts linked. It's like, I think maybe $15 worth of mods. There's a adapter nipple, then you run your vacuum line, and then you just get another breather and attach it to the top. I just zip tied it. It's been good ever since. That's like 15, we'll just call that 15, 20 bucks. This obviously is a little bit more intensive. I think parts have gone up from East Coast Gear Supply, but once again, very good company, well worth it. They do it for all the Toyota differentials on multiple platforms, you know, the GX, Sequoia, which is the same thing, 4Runner, Tacomas. But that's like whatever, $175, $190 worth of parts. It does require pulling the axle, and I know it's kind of an intensive job, but so if you're mechanically inclined, feel free to tackle it. If not, pay a shop. It's probably $2-3 hours worth of labor. But those two things for longevity, in my opinion, I'm just trying to spread some good knowledge, because it's a lot of overlooked things. Because I'll see people on forums or groups, oh, I got a whining noise or I got a humming noise, and I tell them it's likely your it's like your driver's side needle bearing. But yeah, those two things are what I did for longevity. Besides all your maintenance, you want to change your, you know, all your fluids, not just your oil, to make these trucks go. Like I said, I got 104,000 miles on this truck. Been absolutely flawless. I love this thing. What I will do next year, because I'm kind of done modding it this year, is I'm probably going to get a heavy duty leaf pack and kind of get a little bit more rake going, even though it's basically, I mean, it is level. It's actually got rake. It just, the nose on these is kind of like the hood is kind of high. But yeah, that's what I'm planning to do next year. But besides that, it's been great. I appreciate all the comments and questions. I respond to everybody, even the hate, which I don't think I get much of. Somebody said they don't like my wheels. I think these wheels look great. They're pretty popular and they're rare. I was gonna go with methods, but I really like the SCS wheels. But besides that, possibly next year, I might also, if I'm feeling, I guess, spicy, I wanna get some bigger tires, maybe some 295/70 R18. Same Bridgestone Duelers. I've had these now for, I think, coming up on 7,500, 8,000 miles. 10 out of 10 tire for me, no complaints. I keep them about 36, 37 pounds cold, and they ride so good, so good. People ask me, are they like loud, are they noisy? Not at all. But anyways, I want to get off topic. Those two mods, definitely for longevity on these trucks. Hopefully you guys have a good weekend. We got a upcoming 4th of July. Hopefully you guys have a good one. Take care.